Good morning, HF, and welcome to the VTV Daily Show. I'm Cora McMillan.
And I'm Jalen White. Good to see everyone back in school after a very serious weekend of events.
I'm sure everyone has been informed about the threats that were made to HF. Officials have assured us that the threat has been contained and school is back on schedule.
We want to clear the air and ask some questions about the incident, so we asked HF Principal Dr. Jerry Anderson to come for a quick sit-down.
She joins us now with Mae Van Etten.
The hallways were a little empty yesterday, as many students stayed home after the incident involving a threat to HF that was made on social media. Is the threat done? Is the school safe? Here to answer all those questions is Dr. Jerry Lee Anderson, our principal. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I know it's a sensitive subject, but if you can you give us some background on what the post said and the threat that was made?
So basically, I started receiving information probably about 12 o'clock the night before. Everyone knew about the threat. That there was information on social media that someone had posed a threat to our school. And work began with the police department because they were already also contacted at that time. What we found out during the investigation with the help of both the Flossmoor Police Department, the Homewood Police Department, and the FBI is that we had an initial threat that was made by one of our students, done as a dare, within a gaming group, to see if he could shut down school. So afterwards, there were some additional threats that came through, and those threats were posed by members of the same gaming group. And so we had this situation where we had the initial threat, some copycat threats, and really posed for a very scary situation. But I'm thankful we were able to get it resolved.
Yeah, definitely. So from the emails that were sent, it sounds like the school worked closely with the law enforcement to quickly find and apprehend the person who made the threat. Can you talk about that process and how it all happened so quickly?
We definitely work closely with our police departments on a regular basis. Whenever there's something that poses a threat to student safety, you can bet that we get everybody involved that could possibly be involved. If what needs to be done reaches beyond what our local police department can do, they contact like the FBI and other authorities to help us outside of the state.
Right. So obviously a lot of kids didn't come to school yesterday because of the threat. How safe should students feel at this point coming to school?
I feel that students should feel safe. I mean, if it's about this threat, that's been resolved.
So it's often said that when it comes to school safety, it's everyone's responsibility. How true is that even on social media?
So true. I will tell you, just about every large school incident, every school shooting that's taken place across America, somebody's known. And sometimes they've just chosen not to say anything or to believe that it's a joke. It's important when you see something that could risk school safety or even about someone thinking about self-harm, any of that, tell somebody. It takes everybody to keep us safe. And in order to do that, we have to communicate.
Definitely. So a threat like this is a federal offense, whether it was intended as a joke or not. How important is it to stress posts like this are not funny and can have grave consequences?
It's of the utmost importance. It's really important for students to know that, this thing we do on social media, the games, the fun, the joking, nothing's private. I know people believe that. Sometimes they post things and they're in their own private little world and they can say anything. That's just not the case. Nothing's private. And please be careful what you post on social media. It can have ramifications not only for you, but for others that know you, and not only ramifications for you now, but also in your future.
Definitely. Well, we can't thank you enough for coming in today and clearing the air for us, Dr. Anderson. We look forward to keeping the lines of communication open for all events that take place at HF. Thanks again. I'm Mae Van Etten. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Maeve. So it sounds like you can close the book on this incident, as everything is under control at this point.
Thanks again to all school officials and law enforcement for working on containing this issue.
Well, hopefully everything can go back to normal now, because we continue to have a very busy schedule of events. So let's hear about them in the announcements.
After school today, FCCLA will have a whole club mandatory meeting in 217 North. Competition preparation and requirements will be addressed. See Mrs. Pesha with any questions.
The Mathletes team will practice today in room G8 from 3:15 to 4 p.m.
Don't be scared. The HF Speech Team Halloween Bake Sale is today at 3:30 in the South Gym lobby. Stop by for some ghoulish goodies.
You have 2 days to enter Edda's Flash Horror Story Contest. The deadline is November 1st at midnight. Email your flash story to submit-to-edda@gmail.com.
Congratulations to the HF Scholastic Bowl team for some impressive performances at the Nutria Solo Invite. The team was led by seniors Jimmy Humphrey and Miles Walker, who finished both in the top 30 for both record and points scored of the 128 competitors. Jimmy finished 9th in depth of toss-ups answered. Miles finished tied for 2nd in social science and philosophy category. Junior Eric Pirro finished tied for 2nd in the religion and mythology category. And senior Nakamura finished tied for 5th in the mathematics category. The team competes next Saturday in the ACF Fall Championship at the University of Illinois.
The HF Inspirational Voices performed its final showcase last week at the Sunrise Senior Living Facility in Olympia Fields. Performances were also given at Citadel Estates, Waterford Estates, and Victory Center of Sierra Ridge. The students perform a 30-minute concert where residents are encouraged to join in the singing. Under the direction of Yvonne at Davenport, the choir is currently preparing for the holiday musical. A free winter concert is being planned at Humboldt-Flossmoor High School and locations throughout the Humboldt-Flossmoor area. Rehearsals are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in North 233 from 3:15 to 5:15. If your church or organization would like to have the Inspirational Voices perform, please contact Donna Brumfield.
The HF Speech Team opened its competition season at home, hosting our annual HF Halloween Viking Classic last Saturday, October 27th. In our novice division for first-time competitors, HF took a commanding 2nd place among 25 schools. A special congratulations to Macklin Powell, who did exceptional work, earning 31 points in tournament sweepstakes, placing 3rd of the 403 entries. Kayla Chambliss and Layla Lanier each took home first-place wins for the Vikings.
That covers all the announcements. And now for some sports. HF Wrestling starts the season for boys and girls 2 on Monday, November 5th. All practices are held in the wrestling room located in the North Building Fieldhouse. If you plan to wrestle this year, you are required to have a current physical and must register at 8 to 18. If you missed the HF Wrestling meeting and intend to wrestle, please meet with Coach Shannon on Thursday, November 1st at 11:45 a.m. in the wrestling office located in the North Building Activity Room.
Boys basketball tryouts will be held Monday, November 5th. Please check the HF Athletics website for times and locations by level. Be sure to have a current physical on file in the athletic office and all forms completed on 8 to 18 prior to Monday.
There will be tryouts for girls gymnastics on Monday, November 5th and Tuesday, November 6th in the North Gym from 3:30 to 6 p.m. You must be present for both days. Make sure you are registered and have a current physical turned into the athletic office before tryouts. Come see Coach May in 827 if you have any questions.
Viking hockey rolled past Crown Point 10-2 on another amazing game by Nick Sline, who had 4 goals. The Vikings take on St. Rita this Thursday at 7:55 p.m. at Southwest Ice Arena. Come out and support your team.
That's all the scores that were reported to us today.
Tomorrow is a great day. The day we get all kinds of candy and get to dress up in all these different costumes. Yep, it's Halloween.
We'll have a special edition Halloween show on VTV tomorrow with all kinds of scary stuff for you to see. So make sure you're tuning in for all the fun.
As we sign off today, we'll turn things over to our superintendent, Dr. Vaughn Mansfield, who came into the studio today to address the student body.
Signing off for VTV, I'm Jalen White.
And I'm Cora McMillan. Have a great day, HF.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank VTV for giving us an opportunity to pull all of this together for all of our students so everyone can kind of hear the same thing and see and feel some of the same pieces that we felt in terms of kind of bringing this together. It was really a busy weekend, and I'll tell you, it was scary, and I'm sure it was for you as well. I think the lessons that come out of this are lessons that social media has changed everything. When you think there's no voice and you're just to yourself, you're not. It's much broader than that. So with that said, I think Dr. Anderson put all the pieces together. Mine is just to say thank you to the administration, Dr. Anderson, and all the administrators, and to our teachers. We sent a lot of information out, but got a lot of feedback back that helped us bring this to a close. I'm also very happy that it was a non-threat, credible threat. But in terms of what came out of it, I think we learned a lot of different things. All of us have to take care of one another. So again, thank you to Dr. Anderson, thank you to the administration and our staff, as well as our students. And from this point moving forward, remember, if you do hear something, say something. I think it will take all of us to take care of one another. So again, HF, we're back on track, and I thank you.